Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Who are you Blues fan? We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Breathe, breathe, breathe. Oh my goodness, that was way too freaking close. Oh my, oh my, oh my. What the hell happened there? Oh man. I'm in just super shock. I'm bringing everybody in. We got Lance coming in later. Oh my goodness. What the hell was that? And you know what? We did call.
I told you so. I hate to say I told you so.
You hate what?
I said I hate to say I told you so, but they always seem to let up during one period, whether it's the second or the third. And obviously it was the third. And I could blame Husso for certain misses, but I do think our defense tired. Yeah, no, there was a little on Husso. I'll say that. There was a little on the defense, and they went into a prevent defense, and it damn near prevented us from winning. However, what a great overtime. I mean, it looked like they were going to control the overtime, and OR. No, that's 3 times now we talked about a player who stepped up. Yeah, definitely. We're doing that on our show more often. Hey, Richard, I got to ask you, I haven't checked with the East. How'd the Detroit Red Wings do today against the Carolina Hurricanes?
We lost, but it's all right. Like Dylan Larkin is out for the season, and our team isn't the greatest, but we're doing better than last year, which is what all I can hope for.
Yep. Hey, let me move this. I don't want to put names over your beautiful face there, Katrina. Oh, you got to give it. We talked about ORR. It's gotten in the third. Brock, you go ahead while I'm trying to catch up with some of these comments, my friend.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the captain takes the team on his back, critical situation, takes the puck, and he willed it to happen. I mean, I'm telling you, we've seen it before. So, Richard, I know you said he was a very overrated player, and I wasn't going to let you get away with that. But he showed up tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, he did. Hey, I got to say a big shout out to Tom Fassetti. Tom, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Jim Siegel, welcome. You guys are great. Tom's my car guy, and I'm hoping when I come home, he's got like a loaner or something for me. I'm going to keep working on him. He's a big guy. He works at Dan Brown Chevrolet. He's the GM, so I got to throw a shout out to Dan Brown and Tom Fassetti. Jason Nichols, guys laughing his butt off. Jim Siegel, this team. How is he overrated again? Boy, they're going to let you have it there, my friend. The kids is why you don't change your first answer. This kids is why you don't change your first answer. I had 5-4 RR so Vladdy out and switched to mini 4-2. Ouch. Why did it go to OT? Yeah, that's the bad one. Yes. I'll give it to you there. I'm trying to keep up everybody. Yes. Ian, let's go Blues. Tom, Ryan's the man. Husso need to go. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to completely damn on Husso. Oh, my pulse is through the roof. Lance, yeah, it is, man. And, hey, I think we can handle 5, Lance. If you want to jump on, you're more than welcome. Bottom line, they sucked it up, and that's all you could ask for. Yeah, I'm happy with this win. I'm trying to keep up with the comments, and they're flying, man. Hey, guy, all I got to say is, wow, impressive performance. And, again, for the second night in a row, wow, O'Reilly. Yep, I'm with you, man. Kat. Welcome to the Blue Note fan report and all these comments. I got to know from you. You're a big Blues fan. You're a big hockey fan. Positive, negatives from tonight's game. What's on your mind?
I think the positives were obviously that we won. Positives are that Ryan O'Reilly stepped up. And another positive was that after, oh my gosh, this was huge. Hoffman made a massive mistake in overtime when there was 2 minutes left, turnover in the defensive zone with 3-on-3, which just absolutely can't happen. I understand that people are tired, but I think that those certain players need to keep their brain in check and understand that in overtime, you can't let turnovers like that go so easily. Which I wasn't too impressed with. I think some of our negatives, obviously, are that we blew kind of a lead and we took it to overtime, which we shouldn't have done. And this is kind of the mental game that I have been talking about. I think that there are certain players that need to understand that when momentum changes, it's a completely different game. And because of that pressure, I think we faltered a little bit. And thank God for Ryan O'Reilly for stepping his game up like he always does. I know he said that we haven't really seen him much, but we need him for moments like this. And with that being said, I just don't think that we need to rely on one or two players on the team. I'm just mad we went to overtime, to be honest with you. I think, that's the only thing that I'm really angry about. Yeah.
Yeah, right now I'll tell you that for me, that's the negative. The fact that it went to overtime. This was 4-1 or 3-1, made it 3-2. You make it 4-2. At that point, you stop them. You stop them, and you've got to be that team. I'm not. Look, I know that this is still a good win, and it's still good 2 points. And this was, even if we lost, this is the game I thought we were going to lose anyways, and we might be able to steal a point. But you let them back in the game, they're going to take that in on Saturday, and they're not going to feel like you own them anymore. That they can come back on you.
Right.
This is going to make Saturday's game a lot. Now it makes Saturday's game much bigger than it was. And it really puts some negativity to the Blues. The Blues have got to come out Saturday and say, this is our game. You're not going to win our game. And I'm afraid they can't do that. Right. Rich, I got to know, I know you've been keeping up with everything. I don't know how much you kept up with this game. What's your thoughts on what's going on in NHL right now? And I know you want to talk about the goalie who should not be named, but I'm going to let you go ahead and mention that. Go ahead.
What goalie are you referring to? I forget.
The one that decided to retire today.
Oh, Ryan Miller less.
Right? The all-time leader in U.S. goalie wins.
The winningest.
He retired today.
Goalie.
Say again?
The winningest American goalie he's been titled.
Yep, winningest American goalie, but a sieve when he played for the Blues.
Why did I forget that he played for the Blues?
Yes, he played. He was traded from. We gave up Hullock for him, thinking we needed him to go far in the playoffs, and he just didn't show up. Right? Lots of hype when he came. Lance says, "You go, girl." I was typing a similar response. I'm getting all kinds of comments on you, Kat, and they're all good. Right?
Thanks.
No, I'm serious. People are loving. You're smart. You're intelligent. You're beautiful, and they love you. So, if I have a spot for you on my show, you're always available, right?
I am.
But you're very intelligent and you know your stuff. Richard, what did you want to talk about as far as Ryan Miller with him retiring today?
Well, see, I have to disagree with you about his turnover for Blues. As during the regular season, he did how he was doing Buffalo before he got traded, have a very respectable season. Then the playoffs, he blew it, but who wouldn't blow it against those Blackhawks for the base? Like, those Blackhawks are today's Lightning. Like, you can't expect him to be all-star form against them.
Oh, I love these people. No, I know he's a good goalie, but when he came to St. Louis and there was a lot of hype around him and he just didn't want to be there. I wish he would have vetoed the trade. I wish he would have said, because he had a no trade and he released it. I wish he would have vetoed it. If he wanted to go to LA, veto it and go to LA in free agency, but don't come to St. Louis and just not care. Because that's what he did. And that's why, I just don't want to, I don't want to deal with him, to be honest with you, but hey, you know, the guy's a good goalie. He's probably going to be a goalie coach in the league, and we'll probably see him around. And if I ever get a chance to talk to him, I'd love to talk to him. But at the same time, you got to feel how you got to feel, right? Brock, I know you're waiting, man. What's on your mind, buddy? Brock we might be losing Brock. I got the sports part down. That's all I got. Hey, bud, we got a lot of people talking in here in the chat room here. It's a lot of fun. I'm excited about the first two periods. I'm not as excited about that third period because they went and knew, and it happens in the NHL a lot. You up 2 goals, you get to that 10-minute mark, and you go into this prevent style of defense, right? And it really does not help anybody when you do it. It doesn't at all. And I'm not there. Oh, it just, I want to, when a coach lets their team get into that, like when they made it 4-3, that's at that point, you call a timeout, you bring everybody to the bench and you let them have it. And you tell them, get in there and get me that goal back. Go make it 5. Go get that goal back. And they don't, they try not to lose. And damn it, if they almost didn't lose. Brock, what do you got?
Sorry about that, man. My internet's going crazy. The house is burning down because we've been excited about the Blues. I'll tell you what, I got the Twitter going and I'm watching the O'Reilly goal like on permanent loop. It's like the most coolest thing I've seen ever. You know, it's just awesome watching it over and over. What a beautiful play from a great player. Again, like I said, he puts the team on his back and you know, I don't know what else to say about him. He's just been nails for us. So I was really happy for him. Again, you know, he took a couple days off, I guess, but he showed up tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah. Ryan O'Reilly. I mean, hey, you know what? We need to start doing this a lot more, talking about players at the beginning of periods, because every time we did it, they scored. They did something. So we need to do that more. I got Blues fan react saying, "Holy crap, I'm with you." Rooster says, "Where's the dude talking about OR and how overrated?" By the way, yeah, Richard. You're gonna have. So this is your turn, Richard. Hold on, everybody. You know I love Richard, and first of all, I need to do something. I need to take care of a little bit of business here. During the last show, Richard has a speech impediment, and I never make light of it. And we've talked about it off ring. I wanted to let Kat know about it, so she was aware. And unfortunately, I talked about it online. I wasn't off. Richard, I apologize to you. I didn't make fun. I know you didn't see it, but the fact that I talked about it the way you talked about it at all, you know, it makes me feel. It hurts my heart that I did it. But I did it in what I think was a very good way, and I want to apologize to you.
You are forgiven.
Yep. Well, okay. So now it's your time to talk about ORR. You state your case before you get flame broiled.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Well, first of all, I would like to say that I have nothing against O'Reilly. Like, he is a number 1 centerman in the league. But during the intermission, so that I don't have this hate, I created a list of 21 better names as centermen than him. And I split it up into 6 tiers if you guys would want to hear everyone who I have ahead of him.
Really?
Oh, I don't know. See, for me, you know what? I look at a center in 2 different ways. You have your Gretzky type centers or Oates type centers, guys that really know how to dish the puck out. And then you have your centers that are completely involved in the play and the defense. And O'Reilly is that center. He's the type of center that's involved in the play, involved in the defense, all around. Okay, so he doesn't get you 30 goals a year. I'm okay with that because he does all the other things. I'll tell you what, straight up, and I mean this. If you said I had to choose either Connor McDavid or Ryan O'Reilly to go on my team, I would take ORR any day of the week.
Yep, I would too.
Right? And the reason is because I know ROR is going to make everybody around him better, and he's going to do everything and not be a one-dimensional style player. And really, that's what a lot of your playmakers are. They're very one-dimensional, and that's why Edmonton has such a hard time winning with the top 2 point getters in the league.
Well,
I mean, that's my opinion.
I got to agree with Richard here, because if you could get Connor McDavid, and the guy leads like every statistical category in the league this year. I mean, I'm just telling you, I'm not sure there's anybody untouchable for Connor McDavid, in my opinion. Yeah, I get.
And why is he losing? Exactly. Yeah, exactly his point. Yeah.
You know, they haven't made the playoffs. The only way they made the playoffs last year was the 2014 bubble. You know, you look at them tonight. You got McDavid and McDrysdale, right? They're the top 2 guys in the league. And what are they, like 3rd or 4th place in? Where are they at? I don't know right off the head. Where are they at in the East right now?
They're going to be in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs. They're in like 3rd place.
Right? Are they solidly in the playoffs, Richard?
Mm-hmm.
They are really solid in heading into the playoffs, and I don't believe that the reason why they had success is because of Matthew Van Dryssel's one-dimension approach. I mean, it's the CM's abilities to add depth on the lineup, as the depth is embarrassing after Nugent Hopkins, Matthew Van Drysel. Like, that has to be one of the worst depth lineups I've ever seen.
Okay. I mean, that's a fair point. And you know, that's a fair point. You know, I just don't think that, or he's, when you say he's overrated, I say he comes exactly as advertised. He's that guy. He's that guy. Everything that we got told about ORR, about his game, was true. Everything we got told about him in the locker room was horse crap. He has been, from the moment he got here. Remember the phone call? What's the first thing? The first thing he said to Doug Armstrong? Now let's go win a cup.
Let's go win the cup. Yes.
Let's go win the cup. Right? That type of leadership I take. And have you ever heard? I'm sorry. That's the type. That's what took last place in points, because everyone knows how I feel about saying they were in last place. Last place in points team to the cup. It's all of that. I'm getting told to quit taking somebody's words here. I mean, the chat room is going nuts, guys. This is great. We've got 32 people watching this. I love it. Hey, everybody, this is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. You're watching the Blue Note Fan Report on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is the Blues Postgame Show, brought to you by Forrest Gump Enterprises, War Stories Coffee, and Mike Zook Enterprises. Check out stlfanreport.com for more information. Please give it up. I'm joined today by Kat from Her Hockey Angle, from Brock from the STL Fan Report, and Richard, who's joining the STL Fan Report very shortly, and he's got his own podcast, but I don't remember the name of it, and I apologize, Richard. What's the name of your podcast, buddy?
It's under my name here, Sports Street with Richard Campbell.
Sports Street with Richard Campbell. That's great. Hey guys, keep the comments coming. Keep the thumbs up in the air. Go ahead, Brock.
Hey, I also got the hockey writers, because I got to give them a shout out too. The hockey writers. The hockey. You're also with the hockey writers. I thought I said that, but I wasn't sure. I thought I said hockey writers. Normally I do. I try and get it. I need Kat's Twitter. Kat doesn't have Twitter. Actually, Kat and Richard both don't have Twitter. So.
I never have. It was never my forte. I don't know. I don't.
You know what, Kat? We got to get you on Twitter a little bit. I think if you can get you on some Blues Twitter, you might enjoy it, right? We might have to work on that. Rowan says, "Good night, Ashley Jones." Where are we at? I'm trying to catch up with all these comments. One thing I'm scared of is facing Canadian teams, because we haven't faced them all year due to COVID-19. You know, I'm not even.
Chris, I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you right now. The only reason why the North is scoring a lot is because their goalies aren't that good. Think about it.
I might be on you a little bit there. I'm agreeing with you. RO is what everybody says he is. You know, great content. So really, Petra hasn't really been missed and hasn't really added to Vegas. No, now that's not true. And I don't know where that comment's coming from.
I don't know.
Petro has been missed. And I will say that. Ashley says, I'm loving the show tonight. I need to get to bed. Happy up at 3 a.m. Love you guys doing. Well, you can catch the rest of the show later, Ashley. We'll it's always recorded. You can see, and a lot of people don't know that. You can always catch the replays of this on Facebook, on Twitter, through Periscope, and on YouTube. Always go back and check out the shows. It's a lot of fun. Where would we be without O'Reilly? I get it. Petro's gone. Would we miss? Are we missing him a little bit? Yeah, we are. But he's gone. Who we've got is who we've got, and that's who we're going to battle with. And you know what? I'm happy with it. It's not like I was, this team all year long. I've always said this team is better than what they've played all year long. Brock, you've been with me almost since the get-go this season. Have I not been on that bandwagon? Now we're getting it.
Yeah, it's been frustrating season because of the injuries and people being out and the scoring not happening. So yeah, it's been very frustrating.
Yeah, Tanner says we need to be able to have these leadership roles that can connect work-life balance. I think O'Reilly does that really well. I mean, I know that the weight of the sea, and I call it the weight of the sea, is weighed on him a little bit. And I get that. I really do. No, very few captains do very well in their first season as a captain. They're learning it. Now, he may have been, and actually, I think he wasn't a captain in Buffalo. So this is the first time he put the C on other than in minor, juniors or when he was a peewee. So yeah, you're learning how to do that a little bit. There's some things that you may not be completely comfortable with. I get it. Petro had a rough time his first year as captain, but he settled into it. And that's where I am right now. I think that he's settled into it and he's settling into it the right way. And this team is moving in a much better direction than they could have been, right? This is a playoff team. And I think this is it for me. If you get the 6-game any series, you play, this is a team in the first round easily. This is not a 4 or 5 game team. They are going to give whoever plays them a handful, right? And,
Yep.
Richard, what do you to us?
I think you cut out there, guy.
Like he is cutting out on me. I didn't get the full question.
Me too. Yeah.
Okay.
Same. Yeah.
Internet.
Saw that Hawaiian sun. It's palm trees.
Oh no, we're missing. Oh no.
He'll jump back on. We've done this several.
Yeah. My internet is like playing games with me, so that's where it's coming from. So
welcome to the show.
It's going out. Brock, you take over, and I'll kind of sit back and listen, man.
Yeah. So again, we were talking about. We had some technical. We were talking about Ryan O'Reilly's leadership. Kind of talked that to death, actually. So I'm going to move on to Billy Huso. I had doubts about him. I didn't think he would. I thought it was a step back that they would actually use him tonight, and he really proved me wrong. I think back to that. I think it was the Greenway shot on the very last shot of the period, the first period, and the kick save that he made to save that goal. Again, I thought that was a very important play.
It was a poke check. Yeah.
Well, that was
not just that. I'm saying earlier in the game, it was at the very last on the waning seconds of the first period. He got his skate on a puck as they were driving to the net. Later, he had the poke check, which was outstanding. So he showed me a lot tonight, and maybe the kid's ready to play. It's good to know that he can step in any situation and be the stopper if we need, something what happened to Bennington.
We hope so. We can only hope that they live up to it.
Yeah, he had a breakaway with 2 seconds left in the first, and then he had a really good poke check in the overtime, right? Actually, see, not a lot of goalies do that anymore, right? Miss goalie, that is a lost art, right? That stick is so important. It's an extension that they don't use. That, you know, that's how you take a guy and push him further out away from the crease with your stick. And, you know, you need that here and there, and you don't always see it. And that's what that was a great, if he's going to use that stick check more and more, poke check more and more, absolutely. He wasn't great tonight, but the defense did let him down. That's what Lance had said earlier. And I agree with that comment. I really do.
Yeah, that poke check reminded me a lot of not Joe Sakic, sorry, Patrick Waugh back in the day. Patrick Waugh was my favorite goalie in the early 2000s, and he was a king at poke checks constantly because that man didn't even go down on the ice until he knew it was absolutely relevant. So I enjoyed seeing Husso kind of making those moves there, and it kind of brought me back a little bit. So I hope to see more of it. I definitely hope to see more of it.
Yeah, you know, Jason Nichols says Husso looks like a solid backup. To me, he's been doing fine. I agree. I don't think he played bad in the third. I think he could have stopped one of those 2 goals. He got screened a little. That first one, he got screened a little bit, but I still think he might had a little bit better position than he did. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but you know, I'm giving him credit. He played well. Should he have won this game 4-0, 4-1, 4-2? More than likely. In my eyes, he probably should have.
So is it my fault? Is it my fault then?
No, not your fault. But our defense did let up a little bit and back off.
They did,
and that's where I'm coming from on there. But you're looking at this. I've got, like I said, like I came on. I'm like, I need a freaking bag, you know. But this is good hockey talk. Yeah, go ahead, bud.
I want to throw out Justin Falk. You know, he's been playing a lot of minutes. He showed up. He's been emotional.
24.
I mean, here's a guy that we were ready to send off last year. So what do people think about Justin Falk? And boy, he's really been showing up.
Yeah, good question. Let's hear it from you guys. Let's hear it from the Peanut Gallery, and I say that with all my love and respect. Let's hear it from you guys. I want to know what you think about Falk. I thought Falk played really well tonight. I think he was all over the place. And you know what? Here's the other thing about Falk. When he first came here, he didn't get it well, right? He had trouble. He was on his offside, but all of a sudden he gets that extra off season and he starts coming around. Krug, and I hope I say that right, is doing that right now. You're seeing from Krug that, okay, I understand my place in this defense now. I understand my place. I'm not in Boston anymore. I'm not playing that game. Oh, when I play that game, that's not what they're ready for, so I make a mistake. So that's where I'm at on that. What do you think, Richard?
Well, I don't think Krug has done bad at all this year. He just has a different style than Petro did, and he's essentially Petro's replacement.
Right, exactly.
Petro is a 10 times better defenseman than Krug, and that's no disrespect to Krug. It's just Petro's a top 5 defenseman in the league. Those don't just go on trees.
I agree. I completely agree with that. That was great. Spot on.
Yeah, someone said get jiggy with it, so I was getting jiggy with it. So you're right. We need a power play dance. Krug has played good. He's not Petro. Krug.
I'm going to correct you.
The Crudes. That's what it is. He's a Crude.
The other one you used to say is Plager. The Plager. It's Bobby Plager. You said Plager.
Yeah, I know. I blew that one up. I'm terrible with names, man. I'm terrible with names.
Yeah, the Plager thing, though, you can't blame everybody because, you know.
I love it, though.
You know, Guido, he's a great fan of ours, and we want to say a shout out to E. Thank you for being with us again, E. Honestly, Houston made some good saves, but it wasn't anything special. They were good because they came right at the right time.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I think he made good saves, and I think he fumbled a few of them. Like I said, I still see hesitation in him. No matter how many times he makes like a save, it's actually this close to him making the save. It's this close to him getting down on the ice before the puck goes up. It's always this close, and I don't see any anticipation before before the puck comes by him. I feel like he's always kind of lacking behind and getting it at the last minute. Doesn't mean that he's a bad goalie. It just means, like I said, I think he needs to gain that confidence so he can stop hesitating and know exactly where the puck is so that he's able to, poke check it out like he did in the third period.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and I've seen that too. There's no anticipation there. He's waiting for it to come.
He's waiting.
And sometimes you do need to make the first move. And when you wait too long, you give that guy that hole that he needs. That's and I'm with you on that. I really am with you. I'm trying to keep up with this. Caitlin Roach. Caitlin, welcome to the show. You and Caitlin are going to get along so great, Kat. I cannot wait to have you two on a show together. And I hope she doesn't get mad for me saying it, she is a hockey writer for the Anaheim Ducks.
Oh, no, you won't be. I'm not mad at you for saying that.
No. I'm talking about her that I'm talking. So I can't wait to have her in. And welcome to the show. We're going to have a meeting with her coming up soon. Hoping to bring her on. Tanner says Jordan York saying, but it's kind of cute. I'm not sure. There's some conversations going on. I'm trying to keep up with it all. Matt Lowe, great person to the show. So again, trying to keep up with all the chats going on. You guys, I love you. But if you are chatting, do not in the chat room get mean. If
don't
mean,
do that.
I'm going to take you off the show. We do not do this. This is one of the best. My group on the Hawaii STL Blues Fan Clan on Facebook is by far one of the best groups because we have some great debate and nobody ever says anything to anybody hateful or you're an idiot. None of that comes out.
Yeah, we're not mean guys. Sorry, we don't do that.
Nope. Krug is playoff caliber, and we know this when we Krug is playoff caliber. And you know this when we played him against Boston for the Cup. I agree. I don't think anyone is getting mean. I saw comments real quick, and I just wanted to make sure. I'm never mean on purpose. Sometimes my personality bit out there. No, I don't think it was you, Jordan. I think there's a couple other people out there. We love you, Jordan. Rooster, our fam is the best. Yeah, Rooster, we are. We're a good thing. I'm going to kick you all in the booty because I'm a meanie. Well, Dan, we love you, man. And this is great. Krug. He's liking sure Chris Shockley's making sure I know it. That's like the third time. There we go, Krug.
You got it.
Oh my goodness. This is a fun show. This is what it's all about. So impressions from, I want to know, as we're moving in, we've got 9 games left in the season. We're getting to that point now. I want to know everybody's impression of how the NHL is done with this season, with this shortened COVID season. All this has the NHL. Give the NHL a grade at this point right now. And I'm going to start with Brock on this one.
I'll tell you, you always call me first. I'm thinking about this because I want to say not good. I want to say, man, the regional stuff is just getting to be a little tiresome. But the fact that they had a season, I mean, it's almost like I feel like a fool for even complaining because they had the season and they were up against so many challenges. So I think I'm going to give them a B. Because I think they did a lot of creative things.
Right. What do you say, Richard? I know you got a good thought process on this one.
I'm going to give it a C, and not because I think it's done a bad job, because NHL did what the best they can do in this situation. It's because I'm still salty about only playing within the divisions, because I want to see my Red Wings playing against other bad teams like Anaheim to kind of see where we fit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not a bad grade. It's not. What do you say there, Kat?
I'm going to give this season a D-.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure about the entire separate the North division from everywhere else. I think the beauty of the NHL was that we unified the North and the South, and we were able to, mix talent and see exactly what would happen on the ice if you were to combine all those people. And maybe I'm giving it a D because I'm just not excited about the teams that are currently first, second, and third in their divisions. Like, sorry, I don't want Penguin to be number 1. I don't want Carolina to be there. I don't want the Panthers to be second in the Central. Like, it's like I said on my channel, it's just a backwards ass season because to me it kind of it's not really following along the ebbs and flows of positives and negatives on what happens in a season because there's so many external factors. We can chalk it up to fans not being there because I get it, but I also think that, I mean, I don't want to always blame COVID because at the end of the day, these are professional players who make millions of dollars. They are paid to win. They are paid to adapt. They are paid to get traded, not get traded, get pay cuts or get raises. And at the end of the day, they need, like Richard said, you need to make best with what you have, and you need to play your best, based off of that. And I think every team in the NHL right now is kind of not doing that. I think we're all trying to still go on our own journeys without realizing that this isn't a normal season, just like last season. They're not normal.
Okay. I'll answer my own question here in a second. I want to bring this up. So, hey, Matt Lowe, I'm not upset. I don't mind trash talking. It's just I don't want it to ever get personal. And that's where I'm coming at. It looked like some of that was starting to get personal, and that's why I stopped it. So you're fine to talk. Just remember, don't get personal. That's all I ask. Now, for me, I actually have a different opinion on this. I'm actually going, if I look at everything that the NHL had to deal with, and I go, okay, you put together a 56-game season, and I even wrote about this. COVID was the X factor, and it's not blaming COVID. It's what COVID, you have to deal with COVID. And they got COVID right off the bat with Dallas. They worked with Dallas. They've done a pretty good job with COVID as they got it with Vancouver. They went to Vancouver and asked every player, do you still want to play? Right? I know this for a fact. They went to every player with them having that, and they were going to offer them a chance to just forfeit the season. And they said, no, we want to play.
Hell no.
Right?
It's hockey.
so when it comes to that, I give them an A-. I think that you look at what they had sitting in front of them, right? You grade them on a curve a bit. This is what you've had. Who of all the leagues, the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, who's had a better season? I'm telling you, the NHL's had a better season.
Yeah, we have.
And you guys talk about the regional. The only reason that the North got separated was the two-week quarantine. The Canadian government was not going to come off of that. They were not going to come off of that quarantine. So it was either teams went up there and stayed up there, or they came down here and stayed down here. Well, you can't have that. So you work with it. They dropped it down to a week, but now the Canadian government's saying for the NHL playoffs, we're not going to lift anything. What's going to happen is there's a good chance a Canadian team's going to be in the finals and not get a home game, that it's going to have to come down here because you can't have it go up there and wait 2 weeks. It's going to come down here because there's enough cities that don't have a quarantine.
Yeah. I agree with you there, and I'm actually very happy and proud that my favorite sport on this earth is the one that didn't have COVID cases and the one that did it by protocol. So I do agree with you there. And I am happy that we even have a season. We had a season last season when basketball didn't, so that's great. Obviously, like I said, it is what it is. But also building off of what Richard said, you just got to do it, make do, and you're being paid a lot of money, and get it done.
Hey, I'm interested what Richard thinks because he lives in Canada. I mean, what do Canadian people think about this?
Well, I live in a heavy Leafs populated area, so they were excited for the Leafs division because you get to play Montreal, you get to play Ottawa, you get to play all the rivals, and you see Matthews against Matt Davis, so that's exciting. But I've honestly wanted to see how Toronto will feel against Colorado and Detroit against Anaheim and stuff like that.
Go ahead. Everybody go.
I actually want to ask Kat to continue her thesis on how this has been backwards view on how Florida should not be in second in the division. I just don't see the thought process on how Florida shouldn't be there considering the season they have had.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Oh, great. Sorry, man. Again, sometimes you get trying to do all this and your head goes 90 miles a minute. No, Richard, and that's great. I love the fact that hockey to me, hockey fans are some of the best fans in the world, right? They love no matter how much you hate another team, you love that person. And I do. And trust me, I've been to Blues Blackhawks games in the arena, and you don't love anybody there.
No.
However, outside of the arena, we love y'all. And, you know, I've had my Blackhawks buddy in here. I've got Ian. Ian says, well, that turned out to be much more of a close game than I thought it would after the second. And you're right, buddy. But you know what? Right. I got to give – now, here's what we haven't done. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to give a lot of credit to the Minnesota Wild. Mm-hmm. They put up some fight. Yep. That is a good hockey team. That is a team that can compete for the cup. I'm going to say that right here, right now.
Ooh, bold, very bold. But I hear you there. I hear you.
But
there.
At the same time, they're beatable. They're beatable, and that's what the Blues have shown. The Blues have shown how to beat them. So the Blues may not make it out, but they've given everybody else a blueprint, and that's what I think. So I do think that they're a good team. The West, I would be the only way the West doesn't represent in the cup is if they beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
That's the only way the West doesn't meet in the cup right now. To me, that's the only way. Blues did what Minnie did last night. Yep, absolutely. Yep. I hate them when I'm smelling it. I love them on the show. Oh yeah. The smell of the ice is the greatest thing, and I can't wait to get back for it. We're moving along really good. So, hey, guys, you're watching the Blue Note Fan Report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, your host. We're brought to you by Forrest Crump Enterprises, Mike Zook Enterprises, and War Stories Coffee. Check out SBL Fan Report for more information. I'm joined tonight by Katarina. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Ooh, from Her Hockey Angle. We're going to change that to Angel. Brock Banner from the Hockey Writers and STL Fan Report. And Richard Campbell from Sports Street. This is so much fun, guys. Okay, I've ran the show. I had all the topics. I want to open this up. I'm opening this up. Open phone, open mic night. Your guys' topics. Let's keep talking about the Blues. Let's talk about the NHL. And if somebody in the room's got something, let's say it. Go ahead, Brock.
Well, I just want to, before we get started, I want to see how you like your care package from St. Louis today, buddy.
Oh, yeah. I got to say that. So, hey, I got to blow a big shout out.
These were supposed to make it into your package, and I was like, no, I'm taking them. I'm keeping them.
Aww.
Yeah. Brock sent me a really nice care package today. It had some Red Hots in it, had some sauces in it, had a puck signed by Kelly Chase. Thank you so much, Brock. And he had a gooey butter cake.
Well, you nonchalantly just said that you have a Kelly Chase signed puck. Excuse me?
It was a Team Canada puck. He didn't play for Team Canada, so, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Richard had to go, so it's just the three of us. No problem. Let's keep it rolling. I'm having fun. Are you guys all ready? You guys all want to stay going?
Yep.
You good, Kat?
I'm okay. I probably am going to go in the next 20, though.
Yeah, we'll go. We got about. I'd say we got about that left. I try and run it around an hour, and this is having fun.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Kaparov is overrated. Now that I'll fight against. I thought he had a really good game today. Now we did hold him down. He did get the one goal, but we surrounded him. We kept on him very, very good. Mm-hmm. And I'm really impressed with how they worked and how we played him tonight. So I'm really good on it. Is he possibly going to win the Calder? More than likely. But you never know. There's a couple different things. Kat, do you live in Riverside or Orange County?
Neither. I live in dead center, heart of Los Angeles in mid-city.
Oh, she's an A girl. She's right
no,
there by
the.
Well,
no, I'm not.
Staples Center. No, she's a St. Louis girl. We know that. We know that. We
Can I
got
ask you
it.
a question, Katerina?
Of course.
So, you said you were born in Russia. Are you fluent in Russian and stuff?
No. So, I mean, I speak very basic toddler phrases that I learned when I was
okay.
younger. I was adopted by parents from St. Louis who are from South County, went to Fox High School. Shout out. Right. So they adopted me and they raised me overseas in Asia for a while. And then a little bit in St. Louis. So I obviously went to Blues games. We had season tickets the entire time I was living there. It's my home. It's fantastic. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird to say where I'm from because I did grow up overseas and I speak Chinese, but I don't speak Russian. And then obviously I speak English. So you guys can just decide where I'm from, but all that matters is that the Blues are my team.
Oh,
Good.
well, we got you. We love it. Jordan says, Kat, your story just keeps getting deeper the more you talk. We love it too.
Thanks.
You know, okay, Kat, I'm going to put you on. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit.
Oh no.
This is your first time on, and you've talked with me. You talk with me, Messenger. You know, the first time you've physically talked to me. I really want to know what you know about my channel, about the show, and what the STL fan, what we're trying to do. I really want to know what you think. Positive, negative. I want to know.
I mean, I love it because I started my YouTube channel just so I could talk about hockey. So like this right here, talking to people about hockey when people in LA don't want to because they're obsessed with the Lakers because that's dumb.
Yeah.
I would rather sit here and, you know, talk about a sport worthwhile. And sorry to any basketball fans. I just truly believe that this game is the best on earth. I really do. And I cannot wait to talk about it more and engage with people. And it's really all I want to do and meet more people who are interested in what I'm into. So when I came across the fan report and when we had talked earlier, I mean, it's in the name, fan report. And it gives us the freedom and the creativity to really talk about hockey, not from like a facts basis, but from really saying this is our opinion. And yet it's okay if it's our opinion and we don't have to put that facts and it just creates more discussion. Yeah. I mean, as you can tell, I gab and gab and gab. So this is a very positive experience for me. So this has actually been so much fun being on here. I love it. And I love that I get to watch a period and then talk about it afterwards. Most of the time I'll sit with my friends here and I'll start talking hockey and they're in their phones. So thank you so much.
Well, that's great.
My obsession.
No, see, that's great. And I'm doing this because I'm trying to sell the fan report to you because we want to bring you to the fan report. We absolutely, right? And you can see all the fans that we've gotten. You've gotten really great comments. People love you and your knowledge, and it's great. And Brock, this is good, man. This is what we wanted to do. We wanted to reach out and we wanted to give everybody a chance to understand what the fan report was about.
Can I jump in here? Because, you know, I joined in about a month ago and a couple months ago and just writing some articles. And the one thing that I've really, like you said, it's a fan report. It's about the fans and whatever the league says or whatever the team says or whatever, it's about the fans. So we have a lot of freedom to talk about what we want. And I love the comment line. Those guys just crack me up. If you see me like flipping my fingers, usually because I'm reading a comment, I'm saying, I love it. So I love all the people who call in. But the thing Guy had said before about respectful dialogue, it's just, there's so many shows out there where people have hot takes and they're spitting fire and they're calling each other names and really making a fool of themselves. And for us, I mean, we disagree on a lot, trust me, but we have a way of presenting it. And, we don't carry grudges over. We just, okay, that's over and it's over. And as long as you're kind of open to hearing what people have to say, you're going to love the show. And I love it because it's made me a better fan. And people like Guy and Lance really check me when I make comments that are.
I like that. I like that phrase, better fan. I like that.
Well, you remember, and I want to go back a little bit, and this isn't me gloating. We had a conversation right before the trade deadline, and I had said Hoffman's not going anywhere, that the games prior to it had changed things. And everybody, they got on me. I'm wrong. And I said, you know what? Just trust me. Sometimes I'm thinking the price went up. And then Armstrong gets on the trade deadline after it goes over and says, nobody met my price. Basically what I said. And we had a wonderful conversation about it. And nobody got mad at anybody. No one was upset with anybody. And in the comments, they were great comments. And that's what this show is about. I wanted to let people call in today, but we had way too much going on. Tomorrow, I've got a great show, and I want to start prefacing that now. tomorrow I have a guy coming on who works in a company that replicates goalie mask.
Ah, did you say
Yes.
that just for me?
You know what? I didn't think about this, but now this is going to be at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 o'clock on the East Coast. So that's 4 for me, 7 for you.
6 for me.
Kat, if you'd like to come on, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're 3 hours ahead of me now, right? My daughter, by the way, my daughter lives in LA. She's a teacher at one of the LA schools.
Oh, how lovely. I hope she's getting paid properly, but new discussion.
Right. Well,
anyways.
not yet, but that's so maybe. So I actually, now that I have you and you're a goalie aficionado, would you like to join us tomorrow?
I would love to.
Right?
I would love to talk with the guy that replicates goalie mask. That's awesome.
Yeah. So we're going to have the goalie mask guy on. He's going to talk about the mask he makes and all of that. They're not cheap, but they're less pricey than some of the other stuff out there. They're really good stuff. He does give some of them away, and maybe we can prod him into giving like a grand prize for next year's contest, like for overall through the whole year. Because one of the masks is up there, but maybe we can prod him into doing something like that with so it's really great. And I want to bring you guys on. We're getting close to timeout. Go ahead, Brock.
I'm sorry. I don't want it because I was curious. First of all, great job on your first podcast today. And, I enjoy seeing new people step out of their comfort zone and do things. And it's kind of hard to put yourself out there. Trust me, we had the same issues. But what was it that made you you said you were just like talking hockey. What was it that made you want to, put that out there today? It was great. I'm glad you did.
I would love to tell you that it was this random epiphany, but it's not. It's just the furthest thing from random. I grew up around the sport for the longest time. And when my brother and I grew up in China, my brother was playing goalie in China for an adult league and playing against Russians. And I was at the ice rink with him, next to him. I was next to him every time he won a tournament in Ontario. I mean, to be honest with you, that obviously sparked it. And then watching the Blues when I was younger. But I was also an athlete my whole life. I'm very competitive. And hockey is the most competitive sport there is out there. There's no wimps in hockey. There's no whining in hockey. It's, you put your face down, you do the work, you do the grind. And if you make it, you make it. And if you don't, you don't. And I love the savagery of the game. And that's why also I respect goalies, because there's not that many goalies in the league. And to make it as an NHL goalie is one in like hundreds of thousands of chances. But I like hockey because it's truly the sport where result dictates your career, because not every sport does that if you actually think about it. So I really enjoyed it. And I guess I came to some of my friends here and I said, I just honestly really wanted to talk about hockey constantly. Like I'd like to start a podcast, do this. And then I asked a friend to come and help me because his dad was a former NHL player. And we just kind of came into this whole thing. And I have a film degree. So I went, why not? Why don't I actually start doing something that I like to do in a city that is slowly deteriorating me, in all honesty? So,
yeah. Well, you know what? I told you when we first started talking, you asked me, I showed you my show. I sent you some of my shows and what I did. And I did that. And I said, don't worry what anybody else thinks, just do you. And I have learned, because when I first started out, that's kind of where I was. What are they going to like? What are they going to like? What are they going to like? And I got to the point where I wasn't doing me. And when I wasn't doing me, my show dropped. Now that I'm doing me, we got this. And this is something special. I really believe that this is something special. Right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so too. It's always been good. I'm just happy that you guys have accepted me enough to listen to me talk hockey.
The thing about our group is that I would say acceptance and inclusivity, man, and equity, and that's what we're about.
Yes.
We're not just a bunch of guys smoking cigars or drinking.
Right.
No, this is
respectful. So hopefully that's our shtick, being respectful.
It is. Yeah, you're very inclusive.
That's not a shtick. That's just what we are.
Yes.
That's absolutely what we are, and I don't want that to ever be called a shtick. I want that to be known what we are, and that this guy, you have built your show so much watching it involved. It's been awesome. I appreciate that. Hockey's for everyone, and you got a really good comment up here. Tanner said, "Kat, you're awesome. So thankful to hear you." Wanted to make sure you got to see that.
Thank you.
But that's what this is. That's what this is all about. And we have a lot of fun talking this. Kat, I have a group on Facebook called the Hawaii STL Blues Fan Clan.
I think I already joined it.
Okay, great. If not, please join. And we'll get you in there. You'll do really good in that group. And we have some really, really good.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah.
Debates in there. We have some I have people from Australia in there. I have people from Japan. I have a couple military guys from Japan. I have guys from England in there. They're all over.
Netherlands.
And the Netherlands. I get the Dutch blues fan, Gerard.
Gerard
hey, we're trying to get him on a show. We just never seem to link up. We're going to get one sometime. But this is what makes everything fun. This is what makes the show right. Tanner says hockey saved my life, and we need more ladies. She's absolutely right. Jason says he's cool talking about Gerard. The things that we talk about are what makes life right. And when I say that, everyone says, it's just sports. Not always.
Nope.
Not always. In my eyes, I'd rather listen. In the Navy, you had two types of guys. You had your sports fans and your news fans. And they didn't commingle, right? They were separate. One TV on sports, one TV on the news. And it was set that way. Mm-hmm. But I'm sitting there listening to the news and I'm going, I don't like what I'm hearing. Some of this is spun or whatever. I don't want to watch that. Sports isn't that way.
I agree.
Sports is not that way. You go out there and you play. Now you debate about things, but it's a good, healthy debate.
Yes.
And I think if more people had healthy debate, we wouldn't have the problems we have. Mm-hmm. The Blues, and that's what, I forgot to tell you, Chris Shockley is a member of the Blues Hockey Warriors.
Right? Oh, right. You were telling me that okay.
And the motto is hockey heals. And that's what I wrote about my story. And that's one of my stories. I really hope you go look. It's called The Healing Power of Hockey on the STL Fan Report under news. I'd really love you to read that and give me your honest feedback on that story.
I would love
we're just about out of time. We're just about out of time, guys. Brock, I know you want to talk about the coloring contest. I've been talking about it. I want you to talk about it.
Well, like I said, kids 5 to 18, as long as you're in high school, 4 different categories. And we're going to start putting together a little video and explaining this, and you'll start seeing this all over the place. But we want you to start drawing us some hockey pictures so we could put on the show and put on the website. We want to try to encourage kids to be creative and show us their artwork. I think a lot of times I was a young artist, and sometimes I would just keep my drawings in under my bed. And I thought, you know what, here's an opportunity to really show the world your art. It doesn't have to be great. It's just be hockey art. So I'm excited about it.
Thank you, Tanner.
Guy jumped on board, and we're going to do this thing. It's great.
Right? Okay, Kat, this is your time. Sell yourself.
Well, I'm selling myself?
Yep, you're selling yourself to all the fans.
Okay, so this is my first time here, but it's not my first rodeo being a Blues fan. I've been a Blues fan for 25 years. Sorry, I got to count. And I'm just excited to be here, and I'd love to hear comments and talk to you guys, and also be criticized and be challenged and have discussions. And I want to learn more. I want to learn even more knowledge that I can get, because I can never have enough ever. So if you want to follow her hockey channel, we're going to have a second episode hopefully next week. And you can.
You know what you do with that? You make sure you send it to me the same way you did today, and I'll get it in the groups. And you and me, we're going to talk tomorrow. We're going to talk either tomorrow or this weekend.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe, you know what? Tomorrow we'll come on. Maybe you and me can come on a half hour early, and we can talk about things. Sure. But I really, really, really want to get you into the fan report.
I really want to get you in there too. I'm so excited, and I'm happy that you guys don't have very many females, I don't think. And so I'd love to be added to that roster.
Oh no, it'll be, I have you, there's one more, Caitlin, that we talked about earlier. I have Anna Q, who is a writer for SB Nation. Just moved into the St. Louis area. She's still new. I get her in when she can. She loves going to the games. Okay. So Jordan asked when the next game. The next game is Saturday. At 7 p.m. Central Time. If I remember right. Yeah, 7 p.m. Central Time. It is a 7 p.m. game. You want to, somebody can check on that. The next show, though, is tomorrow. Say again?
It's tomorrow. Yes, no, sorry. It's Saturday at 5 p.m. 5. So yeah, so it is 7 p.m. Central. Just
7 p.m. Central, right? Tomorrow's show. Tomorrow. The next show is at 9 o'clock Central, 10 Eastern. That's 7 West, 4 my time. We're going to have the hockey mask guy. I'm going to be joined by Brock and Katrina, and we're going to talk to him. We're going to talk York, and tomorrow we will have 30 minutes, depending with the hockey guy, between 15 and 30 minutes of your phone calls. So you guys get to call in and talk to us. Again, the only way I'm going to give out my phone number is I know you, because I can't. No, because I mean, I don't have a separate phone for this, so I have to use my phone. My phone, I have a soundboard that my phone connects to, so their phone call, so they can call and we can listen to their phone call through my soundboard. But because it's my phone number, I want to make sure I'm not putting my phone number out on the internet. So the way it'll work is if you want to come on, I'll tell you to send me a message in Messenger, and then I'll send my number. When you call, I'll answer. You may not come on right away, but when I call you, when I say your name, that's when you're on, and we'll go from there. We worked it before. It was a lot of fun. We'll keep it going. I can't get enough either. I'm so thankful to have another brilliant woman who loves hockey the way that I do. Absolutely.
You guys are
I'll be on Saturday unless something tragic happens. I don't know if I can make tomorrow, but I try. I know you, Jordan, I know you and your mom are always there for me, and your dad. Oh, that's right. Tanner's birthday's Monday. Oh, that's right. We got that. And there's a game Monday, so we get to sing happy birthday to Tanner on Monday. Absolutely. And yes, Jordan, I know I can trust you with my number. Absolutely. Okay, guys. So this is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. For Kate from Her Hockey Angle, and Brock Banner from the Hockey Writers and the STL Fan Report, saying thank you so much to Forrest Crump Enterprises, Mike Zook Enterprises, War Stories Coffee, and any other sponsors out there that want to come and join us. This is Guy saying aloha, mahalo. Please know that I'm bleeding blue with you, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow night on the BlueNote Fan Report.
See you guys tomorrow.
Aloha.